The language you
she
were
knows
speaking?
Danish. That's
Yep.
my
Yeah.
tongue.
I
Probably
don't
another
want
reason
Samuel
why
knowing.
Samuel didn't react. You're just saying some foreign stuff, so they're like, okay. And he
He didn't
continues about
even
his.
react to me staring at her ass. He's not over that white.
He's
thing.
focused. He's focused.
He's focused.
He's trying to pray. He's trying to
He's focused.
connect. Trying to connect. So how do you react to that, Ciela?
I'm a little speechless. This is all a lot to take in. I mean, we just basically started to get the idea that maybe the world's gonna end. And I'm thinking that, this protection we're calling for from this tree lady and this army coming is just like not even a thing anymore. This is just a small stepping stone, and shit's gonna hit the fan. So I don't know what to do for once. Like, open boobs is not gonna save us. I don't have any clever insight military-wise. I feel like if what's-his-face Samuel is done praying, we need to go find the boys and let them know what's up.
I'm sorry.
Alrighty,
I don't
give me
need
one
no
quick
men.
pause.
I can do this my
Sorry, guys, I
goddamn
do
self. Men.
So where is everyone at this point? We know Skippy's in the woods. Where is
Skippy.
Where's Apollo?
Yeah, where is the other two characters?
Where's Choo Choo?
Where Wu and Tazdrin.
Choo Woo.
Well, we'd left a while back, didn't we?
Yeah.
We needed, because we took off. I went to scout a hill, and we went to scout the river, I believe.
Oh no, but he's come back.
And we came back. How long?
Oh yeah, you guys have all come back in your respective things. The only person that didn't come back was Brynjar, and he's been gone for a good almost 6 hours now.
How much time has gone by since
Since
returned
you guys
to
got
town?
back, about 6. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. About 6 hours since you guys came back with your initial report. The town is trying to be evacuated, but because the town doesn't really see that much of a threat, it's been it has been slow, and it's now getting close to nighttime, and some people are like, well, can't we evacuate in the morning then? All this kind of conversation that's no.
Evacuations wait for no one.
You think, and they're trying to figure out what's going on.
Well,
and that's
I'd be helping out, trying to help out with the evacuation.
no problem.
Use
And
whatever
I do remember
influence I've
Wu
got
was
with
very
the,
protective of the pumpkin, which is not being eaten, but actually put for a morale boost later on for the people. That was
Pumpkin is
Gustav's
our new
idea.
god. We now worship it.
The pumpkin. That's it.
All
All
hail,
hail
pumpkin
the
god.
mighty pumpkin.
Save us
And
from
use
this
whatever-
Armageddon.
And on that
Whatever
segue,
influence I
Pumpkinberry
can,
may be
yeah.
joining us in the fall. All right.
The goddess of the pumpkin, is she gonna spring out of the pumpkin that Choo Woo grew?
Something along those lines,
A little pumpkin nymph. Oh my god, please make her a pumpkin nymph who's nice
the
out of
shit?
the pumpkin. I need that in my life. So bad.
And on that note, all right. So you guys are basically helping out with what's going on with the people in the evacuation. Gustav seems to be frustrated. He's got some of the guards organized. He's already got some people on the rooftops of some of the buildings to try and get some eyes to see if he can see anything coming in. And they're also setting out things as soon as Brynjar comes back that to find out what's going on to get ready to get the information off of him. I'm trying to think of the term, so he's a little frustrated. The Commander Franklin, is talking to the mayor. He's talking to a few other people, and there's concerns going on. There's this belief that this is just some sort of a ploy done by the Duke to try and get more support for his army or some crap like that, or maybe it's a land heist being done and something that he didn't sell his land and now somebody, all these other things than an actual attack and their lives are in danger. A lot of people are kind of in disbelief about what's going on there. But in general, most of the people have got the stuff on their backs and they're getting ready and they're looking at putting together a caravan to head south or something, but there's not enough wagons and cars. Another person says, well, we could use the boat. We could cram everybody into the cargo boat, but the boat would not be that sturdy for a long river ride. all this kind of stuff that's kind of going on. That's what you guys, Tarsden and Wu, basically are dealing with right now with this little chaos that's going on, politics.
Yeah, I
and
hear a
bullshit.
lot of talking and not a lot of evacuating.
Well, maybe we could evacuate in the morning when it's a little bit better for that type of stuff, you know.
I
Your
feel
father,
like-
by the way, your father, by the way, Wu, he's already got the house packed up, all ready to go, and he's got this whole little pack put together because
man.
that's how he came here.
Pack the pumpkin.
And the pumpkins, yeah, the pumpkin's in there. Yeah.
Okay. This is important. We need this. If something happens to that pumpkin, we won't get pumpkin berries.
Yeah, exactly. You see, there's this explicit reason why.
Okay. So, other than that, as we cut back to the tree, Samuel kind of his eyes go wide. He has this kind of little bit of moment, and I shit you not, there's like this little bit of light that's coming through the storm clouds that illuminates part of the tree. Even the raven's going, really? And just looking up, going, okay, sure, I suppose. The raven's got the, okay, whatever, kind of bullshit just happened there type of look going on, but the raven kind of steps a little bit out of the beam of light that's coming down. It just doesn't want to be in it for some reason. And at that point, Samuel just kind of pauses, and he kind of looks around, and he sees both you ladies are standing either side of him, and he kind of gets himself back up, and he says, "We have to get the village to Fort Lint." And a recap, Fort Lint is an old abandoned make-out kind of place now, but at one point it was a military fort, which is across the river.
Make-out spot.
Oh, seriously! You
Make-out
go to this
spot?
old Fort Lint now, which is this giant 3-storied stone tower on the top of a hill. But
So I know
it's
this place very well.
Probably. It's gone into such disrepair that you get there and you got like carved in the stone, Brunor was here, and all these little ancient Kilroys and stuff like that, and penises and everything else that people like to do for graffiti back in the day. And this place has fallen into
Those
disrepair.
were mushrooms,
There's-
thank you.
there's a whole bunch of little pieces of funny tobacco left over, Bart's all over there. There's there's tons of campfire. There's empty ale, wooden little mini kegs that are left around that area. This is like the old party spot, and part of the Duke's men was actually coming up to secure that area to maybe see if it was viable to be made into a fort once again, but it's got overcrowded. But anyways, Samuel suddenly had this vision, and he has to take the village to this fort, and he's confused at first, but then he mentions the comment that the fort was originally built on an ancient druid circle. And Sienna has given him some guidance on how he could probably bring that to life and pose some way to get the people to safety through a gate or through, he doesn't know exactly, but he had this vision of getting the people to the hill and this flash of light and the people being safe.
Did you see the people after the flash of light?
You're not there. Teston. They're here to help us. They've got a book. It's called How to Serve Mankind. Sorry.
I think we need to follow. I think this lady's answered our call, and I think we need to get up on it, and we need to get the people evacuated to this fort.
And that's across the river. Now, by the way, guys, I can change. I'm going to do some changies as I'm
Will there
going
be
to
cholera in this river when we ford it?
Oh, this river, man! Everyone and their uncle's pissed in it. I don't know, but all right. So, but no, this is actually a freshwater. Several waterfalls coming from I say mountain, but in true fact, it's like the Appalachians on the east coast of the U.S. Right? It's not real mountains; they're big hills.
I keep telling you about mountains. There's off.
And where is it? I've just popped over to the mini map thing, and I'm going to share a map with you guys again. Hopefully I can share the map. And mini
Map.
Beep-a-doop-boop-a-doop-boo. This is the cheesy little fort. This is the cheesy little map. The place called Holdgard was the spot that was compromised or whatever. And on the west side of Mount England is where Brunnar disappeared. The England River, and then to cross that river, you get to Fort Lint, which looks even less impressive as this little sketch will have it now. But basically, that's where he says he sees safety and all that. And upon which, you notice the raven plucks an acorn from the tree and flicks it towards him. And he instinctively reaches out and just grabs the acorn. And he kind of looks up at the raven and just gives a nod. And he kind of takes the acorn with him as well. Now, Ty, if you need a recap, Elva did have a vision of the raven plucking an acorn free of the tree on the first day. And this, you've just witnessed the raven pluck an acorn off this tree and flick it towards the priest, and the priest has now grabbed that acorn. You also remember something about lots of bodies floating in the river, and to get to Fort Lint, the entire village is going to have to cross the river.
Wait, couldn't they just float down the
I
river?
shared this realization with the people around me.
At that point, you see that Samuel's still got the acorn in his hand. He kind of pauses, looks back to where the raven is. The raven's gone. He's done that whole, whoop, I'm not here now. The raven's just gone from the tree now.
Didn't you see that snake thingy had sort of the raven's look to it?
Well, you'll see a lot of people
face.
floating down the river, you said.
How do you react to that, Ciela? Because Samuel's
I
a little
saw
concerned.
bodies. I didn't see people.
Oh,
I
bodies.
saw bodies.
So they have
Yes.
to be dead. That's a whole dim ball game then.
Listen to the words I'm saying.
I thought it was a great idea and that everybody could just float down the river. Less walking them though.
Go, yeah. There's bodies surf down there.
Hey, there's enough bodies. We can just walk across them to get to the other side. There we go.
Well, her bodies were coming from the north down, and we're going south. Is that correct?
You're going to be going east. You're going to go across the river. And if
Yeah,
you die,
yeah,
you'll
but
head
we're
south.
going across the
point,
river
because the
south
bodies-
of town. So we are clearly not the bodies she saw in her dream. This is something, so we don't have to worry.
So look at the
Okay,
bright
you can
thing.
look at it.
We
And it could also be the fact that the dream is kind of symbolic. I'm just
It
saying.
could
That
be
just
too, but
happened
I
to be
don't
the
take
river.
chances.
Or
like
we just
that.
could kill all of them and send them down the river.
There you
We
go.
don't know. I'm aboard with getting across this river. I'm probably going to go off and talk to Gustav and my other friend, Captain of the Guard.
Franklin.
Who seems to just
Commander
be
Franklin.
around my finger. I'm going to go speak with them about this and give some input very charismatically as to where we're going to evacuate to.
No problem. Give me one quick second. There's something I was... Oh, there we go. All right. There we go. All right. I just had a host, but I have my hosting thing turned off. So Sheila Bobby, thank you for the host. Alrighty. So you head back. Everyone's heading back. Samuel's concerned. He's fingering around and playing with the acorn. He can feel that there's some magic in this acorn, and he feels it's kind of important, but he's a little in concern, and he's kind of, his mind is elsewhere as he's following you guys back to the town. And look, the entire adventuring group has gathered forth so you can continue your adventure. All right, gather your party before traveling further. Oh, what was that? I almost had that quote. What was it? Baldur's Gate and all those fun ones, So you guys are all heading back. Tasden, Farnsworth.
Uh-huh.
Farnsworth is also kind of standing around. If anyone has seen, If anyone has seen Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, it's a great TV series. If you haven't seen it, it takes place in the Napoleonic area. Mr. Norrell has a manservant, and right now that's how I picture Farnsworth. And he's got that rough, gruff, he doesn't want to be here kind of look to his thing. But I'll get you a picture. I'll try and find you the actor's name on the break. In 2 hours we have a 5-minute break. I'll try and find you the picture because that's the actor that's now playing Farnsworth, and I'll remember his name because I have an actor associated to him. There we go. So, but that being said, as we come back, you notice that Ciela and Ilva are returning with Samuel the priest, who seems to be in thought, at least, and fiddling with something in his hand. At this point, Gustav's just kind of crossing his arms, looking at these guys approaching. The commander is not really paying attention. He's too busy bickering with these people. And now, apparently, one of the townsfolk has come up asking if she can bring her chicken